You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
Thanksgiving coming up very soon, tomorrow.
Very excited.
And Advent and Christmas right around the corner. And we are continuing our conversation of some fun Christmas events to attend in the area. Joining us today, we have Sharon Delmore. She's a member of Lord of Life Lutheran Church in Chesterfield, Missouri. Sharon, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Our church community is really excited to be here to announce our presentation because we think it'll be a great gift to the community.
Well, we are looking forward to learning more about this new event. Now, I know that Lord of Life has a history of creative ways of sharing the story of the nativity, and you have a new way of doing that this year. But why has a creative approach using the arts been important to Lord of Life to share the story of the nativity?
Well, in the past, we have really used it as our gift to the community. In years past, before the pandemic, we had a big Return to Bethlehem program, and our whole church hall was turned into it. And we had people would come, families would come, and they would be like part of it. And when they left, you could tell that they were quite moved and felt like the story really meant something to them personally. So we needed to scale it back because of the pandemic and other things. And so this one is going to be in our church sanctuary where people will be able to sit. It'll be about 45 minutes. And they'll be able to absorb the Christmas story. We just feel it's a great opportunity, our gift to the community.
So this year the event is December 3rd and 4th. Tell me more about the new things, how you've changed the event for this year, how you'll be telling the story this year.
Okay, well, what we've done is instead of the community walking through the Bethlehem, they'll be sitting in our church sanctuary. And we have an amazing creative crew who's building a great set with lighting. And it'll last about 45 minutes. It'll start with some scripture reading, and then there'll be scenes depicting the scripture reading, starting with the angel Gabe talking to Mary. And then after each scene, there'll be some music. We have Dr. Mark Laverty is our music director, and he is preparing some fabulous music that will reflect the scene. And then during the scene changes, then that music will be going on, and then there's 5 scenes total. The program will last about 45 minutes.
You mentioned some scenes, drama, as well as the music from Dr. Mark Laverty. Why use the arts? Why is this important to Lord of Life Lutheran Church to use the arts to tell this story?
Well, we have a lot of creative people in our church community, and we just feel it's a great way. People respond to arts. People respond to visual scenes. And so we just feel like it's a really good way to reach out. And it's for all ages, children all the way up to grandparents. In the past, we've seen grandparents bring children, and they're just so excited to share this with their grandchildren. So it's just a great visual way to present this.
How has it been a part of the church life, the faith life of the people at Lord of Life to put on a show like this every year?
Well, it's been a very unifying way to keep people in community. People get to think about what they'll be doing. They have creative thoughts on how we can present things. We can reevaluate. It just gives a lot of people a way to express their artistic abilities.
I remember attending Return to Bethlehem with my son and walking through all the scenes. It was very immersive, and he was pretty little. Wasn't quite sure what to think, but he was very engaged. And there was, I think, even a donkey one year.
I remember it. I remember that.
Yes, we will have no live donkeys in our church sanctuary this time.
Well, I don't think the donkey was always very cooperative. I mean,
That's not surprising.
Donkeys generally aren't, right? But I remember just how engaged he was with the story at each station, learning more about the story and being immersed in that, using the music and drama to immerse the participant in the story again. Now with this new story, Return to the Manger in the sanctuary, what are the preparations that it takes to make this happen? Because I remember seeing Return to Bethlehem and thinking, countless hours have gone into preparations for this. What about Return to the Manger? Tell us about the preparations for that.
Well, we have a handful of, as I said, extremely creative minds who I don't think they must not turn their minds off at all when they're thinking about this. But we've got scenery that is being, a stage that is being did. There will be lighting. There will be Angel Gabriel kind of up high. There's just going to be ways to transition from scene to scene that will be very moving.
So who are the people involved in those scenes? Is this school children or adults or both? How does this play out with each of these scenes in this drama?
It's mostly adults. We have this cast is much smaller than what we've needed in the past. Mm-hmm. So we have, of course, Mary and Joseph. We have Angel Gabriel. We have a narrator. We have a couple of townspeople who are recalling things that are going on. We have the innkeepers. We have a few children who may be mingling around with the townspeople. So it's mostly adults as far as participating in the production.
What has been your role in this year's production?
My role has been in coordinating costumes. For our Return to Bethlehem, we've needed lots and lots and lots of costumes. This, we don't need so many. So our biggest challenge has been making wings for Gabriel. So we've been working on that, and my role has just been pretty much organizing costumes.
So it sounds like you have a good supply of costumes already. You don't have to make new costumes necessarily.
That is correct.
Now, you mentioned the big challenge is making wings for Gabriel.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint? Yes, give us a hint.
I need to know why.
Yeah, of how are you depicting Gabriel this year?
Gabriel, we are depicting him as a warrior angel. In depictions of him, he does present as a fierce warrior angel, and so that's how we are hoping to present him.
I want to know why are the wings so hard? Is it just like constructing them, or I'm really curious about
Sarah's
this.
an artist too.
I am.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, the wings, they have to be feathery. Uh-huh. They have to be not heavy. They have to be, not sticking out too far. So,
a design challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really curious to know what they're going to look like now. So have you actually made the costumes in the past then?
Oh, many, many years ago, yeah. When we first started Return to Bethlehem, we had several people who made costumes. And so we've just kept the costumes year after year. And some of them have needed to be refurbished but yeah, we have, because when we did Return to Bethlehem, we needed many, 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 many costumes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We run into that too with our Sunday school program. Much smaller scale, but our Sunday school program at my church, and there are definitely calls for more people in the congregation to pull out their sewing machines and make some cute little lamb costumes every year. Mm-hmm. So what are the highlights for you being involved in this, knowing kind of the behind the scenes of what it's going to be like for the people who attend? What are those highlights for you?
The highlights really is being able to present this to the community again, because for 2 years we couldn't. And the other highlight is we have a big energy from a core group of people who are just really wanting this to be done really, really well, and to really be a great presentation. And just seeing their energy has the whole congregation.
You mentioned music from Dr. Mark Laverty earlier. What can you share with us about the music? Is this organ, piano?
I think yes, and yes. I don't know exactly what all. He's working on a lot of music. We haven't gotten to hear or see that yet, but some of it may be where, some of the congregation may be able to participate and sing along too in some of the music. We're not really sure what all he has planned, but it will be great.
He's certainly a creative type as well, and I'm sure has plenty to bring to the table.
He is. He's got lots of ideas going on in his head too.
Very good. What do we need to know in order to attend?
We are asking people to sign up, and you can do that on our church's website, because since this is in the sanctuary, each showing will be limited to about 230 people. So it's going to be December 3rd at 4 and 6 o'clock. That's a Saturday. And December 4th at 2 and 4 o'clock. That's on a Sunday. And if you go to our church's website at lolstl.org, you will see the sign up pops right up. I mean, even I can do it, so it pops up pretty good. So it's an Eventbrite app, and you can sign up there, and that's what you need to do.
lolstl.org.
Yes, or just search for Lord of Life Lutheran Church in Chesterfield, and the website will bring you right to the sign up.
Very good. Return to the Manger December 3rd and 4th at Lord of Life Lutheran Church in Chesterfield, Missouri. Our guest today, Sharon Delmore, member of Lord of Life Lutheran Church. Thanks so much, Sharon, for being our guest on the Coffee Hour.
Thank you so much. We really look forward to presenting this to the community.
You've been listening to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.